Well, this is the new and improved chicken house. I've spent a lot of time whitewashing it with the students, put in a new door. It's really quite beautiful right now. We still have a fair amount of stuff to do on the inside, but we have the walls whitewashed. We have the floors pretty much whitewashed. It's really in stark contrast to the way it looked before. One of the windows broke, but you know, that stuff happens. So today we're going to put in another coat of whitewash. Going to put the electricity in. So you can see it coming in over there. We got it leading from one of the centers across the way all the way through. We have to put that up here, install some lights, install the food here that goes on top of those, and put the shards or the waters. These are the nesting boxes that will house the chickens, inshallah. So there still is a lot of work, but significantly less now. Alright, well, after a long time of trying to convince them that we need to do the electricity, we have electricity. We put the lights up today. We put this in. This guy Abu Muhammad was just sticking in bare wires with live electricity. It's pretty intense. But tomorrow we're going to buy a new plug, and the electricity will be complete, and we can move on with the project. That is electricity. It's actually happening.
Well, after many months of cleaning and getting the whitewash up, and finally I have the electricity down, I've been able to actually clean up the rest of the material and set it out in what eventually the chicken house will look like. So this last week I was able to put the nesting boxes down and put where the drinkers are going to go, where the feeders are going to go, and I was able to get a better sense of what the chicken house will actually look like. Here is the outside of the chicken house, nice and whitewashed with the new door. It's starting to look much more like a real place. And here is the hazan in the back. As you can see in the middle, there's the hole that I repaired after many hours of sitting inside of it. Here's a side view of the hazan with the hose going into the chicken house where we'll get our water. Here's the new nozzle on top of the old nozzle. There was no reason to actually replace it, so we just attached it onto the old one. Here's the pipe coming in from the outside that we will eventually hook up to the drinkers when we have them purchased. Here is generally what the chicken house will look like. Along the outside of the walls is the nesting boxes for the chicken. Those gray cylinders are the feeders where we will put the food for the chickens, and those red cones are the drinkers. I will have to actually purchase new drinkers, but they will look a lot like these ones. And we're hoping to kind of spread it out evenly. I'm not really sure. I still have to get some sort of direction from the chicken farmer as to how I want to do this, but eventually this is what it will look like. 2 days ago I was in Amman to talk to some people about where we were going to buy our drinkers from. It's been kind of an adventure to get these things. I thought we had everything figured out and that all we were going to have to do was put water in them and the chickens were going to drink from them, but my mudir wants them to be automatic. We have the money to do it, so there's really no reason not to get automatic drinkers. I've been looking everywhere for the piece for the top of the drinker, and you'll be able to see it in the next picture. You can't really buy those on their own, so you have to buy completely new drinkers. So I called the company that the chicken farmer recommended. They no longer sell those, except for a company they connected me to that sells them out of Belgium, which doesn't make any sense for us to buy them from Belgium. So I looked online and I found 2 other companies in Amman that sell them. So I went up there and I talked to them the other day. Here is what the drinkers will look like. That yellow part at the top will connect to the barbiche that will bring the water down, and the blue part is actually a valve that will control the water pressure, and the white string will actually hook to the ceiling so it will hang down. The guys that I talked to about this were fantastic. They're going to give me a pretty good price on them, I think. So hopefully next weekend I'll be able to go up there and purchase them. They don't seem too difficult to transport, so I don't think it'll be a problem. So in reality, I should be able to have these drinkers by the beginning of next week. So next Sunday, not this upcoming Sunday, but next Sunday. And I will begin the process of installing those. Again, I have no idea how to do this, so this will be another on-the-job learning opportunity. And then I can get my counterpart to install the water pipes, and we can begin thinking about actually buying these chickens. Starting to actually bring the chickens in. It'll be really exciting. The farmer across the street, I confirmed with him that I'll be able to buy food from him, so that's one less thing I have to worry about. Yeah, once I get these drinkers, everything will start falling into place.
Alright, well, what I thought was a job that was done, the cleaning of the chicken house, turns out that I have a lot more stuff to do. But anyway, so this is how the I don't even know what they're called, nesting boxes in English, I don't know what they're called in Arabic. This is how they're going to wind up setting up. I didn't realize this. I have to try to get them about a foot off the ground. They want to drill it into the wall, but I don't see that happening. Well, anyway, okay, so all of this dirt is new, and it's from the ceiling, because I was poking my nose around where it didn't belong, and I found a bunch of dust on top. Look at all that. It's ridiculous. So here's a little sample of what I've been dealing with. So that is actually between every single one of these little slats up there. So I have to go around with a ladder to every single one of those little holes with this to clean the dust out. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm a special education teacher. What am I doing? Anyway, we'll see if everything. Alright, well, today, after cleaning those little gaps between the roof and what are they called, those metal things, I'm going to try to wash the metal things today. So I want to take a little video of what it looks like now to see if my work actually was worth it. So. Okay, so that's what it looks like now, and we'll see if it looks any different. Well, based on this, I would say it's worth it. No, by no means clean, but as you can see, that is dirty. That is some dirty dirt up there. So I think it was worth it. So it'll look slightly more hello when I'm done.
Alright, it's October 26th, and I have been working a lot in the chicken house, as you've seen in the video, cleaning a lot of parts I didn't know need cleaning. I don't know why I didn't do this last year. I had so much time last year, and I didn't do it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If I'd only known. If I'd only known. But I just got off the phone with the guy who has the drinkers in Amman, and I'm going to buy them on Sunday. It's a big day. Very excited. I get to move on to the next step in the process, which will be installing the water system, and I'm very excited about that. Yeah, everything's still moving at a pretty good clip. I got one of the teachers to come in and fix the window and the lock, and he did it right away. Really, it's going better than I could have ever imagined. Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy when it has chickens. I've been standing in the chicken house, just looking around, trying to imagine it with 200 chickens, and my gosh, it's gonna be wild. But we'll see what happens.